Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Bowie. I'm Matthew, and we're playing some more Breath of the Wild. So this is the last of the post-commentary videos that have turned out so wonderfully amazing. So great. The best, most proudest moments of my life. So as you can see here, I'm taking off all my clothes because I wanted to show the original Link's trousers, so I think I want to change outfits here, just so I can, go change a visual scenery, you know what I mean? Gotta change your clothes every once in a while. Link probably smells. So I'm booking straight for that Korok seed that I need the horse for. And so, that's what we're doing right now. So this is going to be just getting the last few Korok seeds. I think we go find one more location, and then we get to go to do our first shrine quest in Shrine. So Shrine quest is in your adventure log. It's their side quests and their shrine quests. The difference is that shrine quests actually lead you to an actual reward, where side quests just usually give you rupees. So that's pretty much that. But rupees are important for us since we're actually planning on 100%ing this great game, and you need a pretty decent amount of them. Once again, amiibos help, but I haven't been using the amiibos every off day for right now. I might just use the Toon Link one. I might stop using the ones that have the full armor set for. Actually, no. The ones that I have the full armor sets for, they still can drop a weapon. So any of the Links have a special weapon and a full special armor set they can drop. Sheik drops a special head armor piece, but not a full armor set. The Wind Waker Zelda drops a shield, and I think regular Zelda drops a bow. So we see the moon is red tonight, There's a bad moon rising. I see trouble on the way. We'll see what that means in a little bit. It's an interesting mechanic in the game, but I'll try to shut up for when what really happens comes to light. We're going towards a Korok seed right now, but it's kind of behind this Bokoblin camp, and I didn't really want to, deal with Bokoblins when I was recording this. That was kind of I just want to get the Korok seeds done, Though I probably did miss out on some pretty decent treasure. So as you can see here, we're using some horseback combat, and I think I ended up deciding that using my bow is the best. Yeah, because I think I get hit here, and it's good to aim ahead, lead my shot, and then knock him off the horse, and then it's pretty easy picking. I got a headshot on that guy, I believe. Oh boy. So since I knocked the guy off this horse, he's not going to bother me, So I decided to jump off and head on towards my Korok seed. It's on the little island over there in the middle of this lake. I don't want to drown, so I'm making sure I get the shortest path there as I can.
Link. Link. Be on your guard. Ganon's power grows. It rises to its peak under the hour of the blood moon. By its glow, the aimless spirits of monsters slain in the name of the light return to flesh. Link, please be careful.
So due to the way I have to do these post-commentary videos, I'm not sure how well you were able to hear that cutscene, but anything in the future will probably be better than what you just heard. It'll probably be a better bit. I'll do the audio a little bit better, but I'm just trying to fix something now. So if you've seen the past videos, you kind of know the explanation for it. You might think this was a bad way to try to deal with it, but it was by far the easiest way. In the future, I'll just make sure it doesn't happen, and double check on my audio after every recording, like a smart person who's trying to become a content creator would. So I do apologize for that once again. I apologize for falling off that cliff. So essentially, what the Blood Moon does is it respawns every single enemy in the entire game. So it's just so that you don't just clear off the game and there's nothing left to do, there's nothing left to fight, you know. It kind of makes sure that there's, you know, spawns for weapons and stuff. So I think it reloads treasure chests, it reloads enemies. So you don't, you know, that's another thing with how weapons break. You know, there's only a limited quantity. So it keeps the game fresh for however long you want to play it. So that's fine. An interesting thing is that my first Blood Moon, I had just cleared out a camp of bokoblins, and I was like, I was low on health, so I was like, okay, I'm going to sit down at this camp, at their camp, you know, at the campfire, and I figured, well, if I sit, am I sitting at the campfire? Oh, I'm going to interject to say, sneaky snails, they're good. They're good. Pick them up. I think they're good for an armor set upgrade. But back to what I was saying, I was like, okay, I wonder if, you know, sitting at a campfire will help me regenerate my health. Like, you know, I hadn't seen a bed yet. Beds will also do that once you find out your first bed. What an asshole. So that's another thing is that enemies respawn. I sit there, and I stay till morning. So what happens is that the Blood Moon comes while I'm resting, and so when I get up, the cutscene plays, and then I'm surrounded on all sides by all the bokoblins that had just respawned that I had killed, and I was still at, you know, the small amount of health I was at before the Blood Moon, and that just went really poorly for me, as you might be able to guess. So I had a really unfortunate go of it, and these skeleton bokoblins are really annoying me here. I killed all the enemies. I think this is the one last bridge. I think there was one bridge I needed to get just marked on my map. I'm not sure if I got that in this episode or not. I might have done that last time. I'm pretty sure I did. And by that I mean I hope I did. Because that's part of 100% completion. Well, map completion. You have to have every single area on the map. So maybe it did, maybe it didn't. I don't know exactly. I don't remember exactly what my plan was here. I had everything planned out before, but it's been a week. So you know how weeks go. One week you're like, you're into something, the next week you're like, what? I did that, you know? So that's me this week. It's been a pretty long week. It's been really busy, but I'm glad to be doing this now. I'm glad to be getting this done. I survived by, you know, Breath of the Wild is a kind of a pretty big project for me to, I feel like, for me to do at this point in time. But I also think it's important, you know, to kind of test out like what is easy for me to do compared to what kind of grandiose things I can do. Because it is such a big game, and I do have to do a decent amount of planning. A lot of the planning is to just go to this place and which order to go the places in, and making sure I have the stuff to be able to clear each part. Which, you know, that's not. There's more difficult games to have to plan for, like namely games with morality systems, or like tons of branching cutscenes. You know, well, not country, but like pathways. Which I might like to do some of those in the future, but this is a good, you know, starting point. It's also pretty big to see, like, how long, you know, if I start to feel tired by the end of this, I can kind of feel out my stamina for a single Let's Play series and try to figure out how long I want things to be. So, I mean, it's weird. I feel like it's weird for me to be talking about, oh, this is my plans with this Let's Play thing, because, you know, that's, I guess, kind of meta and maybe breaks a little bit of the magic, I suppose, but this is kind of like 4 magic breaking episodes, so I might as well just kind of like discuss things that I think are interesting, because it's kind of like I wonder what other people's plans are, and they, you know, I feel like other Let's Players probably had to go through their own trial and error of what things that they did that they really liked, what they had wanted to do better, and I'm kind of like learning that right now. And that's kind of like the way I like to see things is, you know, by feeling them out and I don't know. It's really weird. Anyways, this is Magota, I believe. I can't really read her name on the small screen, but she, planting all these flowers here, doesn't like you to step on them. So I decided to save because I wanted to mess with her. No, you must not hurt the flowers. They are screaming in pain. Yep, screaming in pain.
I'm a flower.
Oh, let's try it again. How many times do I have to say it? Please, treat the flowers with care. They're living things, you know. She's so passionate, you know. I really gotta say. And now the good stomp. And oh boy, I really pushed her to the limit so many times. Oh yeah, this happened. I totally ruined the mood. Congratulations, Matthew. A++, mood ruiner. Nah, I fixed it. I mean, I don't know what past Matthew did, so many times. I've lost count of how many times they've told you. It's just so many now, even though it was like 4.
I can see way more than 4 fingers on your hands.
I can count to 4, lady. How do you not understand? Why don't you get it? And now she goes crazy. And she goes on a rampage. I work day after day after day to plant those flowers. And then you come and hurt them? And now she's dead. I killed her. I will make you understand. The flowers rage. So I wasn't sure if that would kill me or not, but it brings me down to I think a quarter part. She literally, you know, beats you into an inch of your life. You know, Girahim said he was going to do that, but she actually does it. So, she's already won up Girahim. Let's be real here. For any Skyward Sword fans, however few and far between you may be. So it's kind of like a little bit of maze. I remember the first time I did this, I tried to get up on a tree and then paraglide, and I actually got that, but it's a little weird. And then on my first time, I saw these like weapons, like that hoe. Well, not hoe, it's a pitchfork, but I was like, how am I supposed to get that? It's in the flowers. Well, you can use magnesis to pick up metal items, so you magnesis it out of there if you really want it, which would be good for, you know, the backrock houses. But anyways, this is the Hill Rao Shrine. And I think it's one of the fan favorite shrines just because of the shrine quest that people really like. That lady, Magota. I mean, I could be butchering her name. I might have misread it. Once again, this is post commentary, and I have to look at it on a small screen. So that's not it's not a good excuse, but it's my excuse. That's that. Pardon me.
Now let's see what shrine this is after I skip this cutscene.
I'm drinking a little rum and coke at the end of a hard day. Yeah, I can do that because I'm an adult. So this is the stage called drifting, which is pretty interesting. Because it's all about, there's this stuff that's, you know, drifting down a current, which is supposed to teach you about that. But another fun thing is that you can just bypass it by using Cryonisis. So it would be good. I feel like it could be interesting to see, to make you do some of these things by like taking away some of your runes in some shrines. That'd be actually, because that would actually make you have to like solve this puzzle. Because really, you can so easily bypass this. I mean, you don't even have to wait for the wood. You just go, baby.
I don't know exactly.
And I mean, you kind of see what I mean here. And then get down there, and I didn't even have to try.
Yeah, like what's with this puzzle actually? Now that I think about it.
But then again, they do place a challenge with a they place a challenge and dress it up to have like a little bit more complex of a solution when there's a really simple solution. I think that's also kind of an interesting thing.
This one's a little bit more interesting, but
like there's something like that in Ocarina of Time in the Spirit Temple where if you have in the Spirit Temple there's there's this huge wall where there's spikes on both sides and the walls will shift left to right to middle, and it's really hard to like time it so that you get all the way up there with the way the walls move back and forth. Or you can just pull your long shot all the way up to the top and bypass the entire like ordeal. So it's kind of like you have tools at your disposal. It's either you're smart enough to use them or you're not, you know. So I kind of appreciate like puzzles like that make themselves out to seem like they have a little bit more difficult solution, but then there's a simple answer. Though I feel like in this scenario, it seems rather unintentional.
It's a little late.
You can use Cryonysis to get anywhere in the ocean just really slow. So
I think that, right? Yeah, I don't need to watch this. Just give me that spirit orb.
I would not recommend it, honestly.
What is the name of this? I don't remember what this guy's name is. Doesn't really matter because I think we're done.
Wow, I never really thought about that. You really can just
the Breath of the Wild.
Go.
That was one faster than I thought. My God, all the shrines I had intended on getting.
You probably could go like
one more
because
so I had planned everything out pretty decently well.
Well, because one of the things you can do is you can make it stick out of walls and like waterfalls and stuff.
The only issue with this is just getting off of here is pretty.
What else
bad.
is there to do now?
I think if I step on a flower, it'll teleport me to the edge.
Well, I think I just go back to my horse and I think I just have this little bit of an outro session. Yeah. Oh yeah. So what I use there is I step on the flowers to teleport immediately out of there instead of having to walk around.
Good. My horse is waiting for me.
I guess that would be a speed strat for
I can't say
a 100% playthrough of this game.
My next session of playing this game, mostly due to the fact that
which is still really weird. Yeah.
Segments at a time.
I feel like
this was the full. I guess the end of this segment.
I don't know. Just the concept of like routing 100% speed out of this game is really interesting to me. So I feel like I'm trying to route it as efficiently as possible.
In the Great Plateau.
Maybe if anyone like who cares ever finds this, I hope this could be like potentially helpful for that. If someone's crazy enough to do 100% speedrun of freaking Breath of the Wild, like all Korok seeds and everything.
That's just kind of what it is right
now. I'm definitely not doing everything as fast as possible. Especially if you have the right amiibo, you can amiibo get a horse at like pretty much right after you get off the Great Plateau, and that'll make a lot of movement easier. Though doesn't necessarily make mountain. So I think horse management would actually be pretty important.
As I ride off into the noon. Just I don't know, like, comment, subscribe.
Which is actually kind of an interesting concept, horse management.
If you have any feedback, I'd really love to hear it. I'm trying to.
You must manage a horse.
Ways to best optimize this.
Well, anyways, this is kind of coming to an end now, so I don't really know. I hope the way I was sitting, I had my knee up, so I hope that wasn't blocking the sound at all from the microphone. Oops. But anyways, I think we're coming to the end now, so here I was just talking about something as I rode across the wilderness. I don't really get anything done past this point, but that's not that important. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. I think there's going to be some Sonic Heroes episode next, and I'm going to make sure that the audio is a-okay with those. So please watch those and let me know what you think, and let me know if you know anything about audio and there's anything that I could have done instead of this option, because that would be really helpful for me. Thank you, and peace out.